Super excited to be here. We'll get right to it because I have a very special guest he's got things to do, okay? He's got things to do. He can't just sit here and, fiddle around with us all day. But this is Put a Fork in It. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Okay, this is Put a Fork in It.
If you've got my ear, I'm just
All
wondering.
ears. Okay. This is Grand Forks' most gossiped about video show. You can find us on YouTube if you're not following on there, where you can watch replays over and over and over again. You can also find us on Twitter, which I'm going to be firing up the Twitter here pretty soon. Thank you so much, Dale. You can put everything up there. I'll be firing up the Twitter soon because really come sports season, come fall, Twitter is really my jam. And I think our guest is also on there during that time. Right now, it's just like politics and a little bit of like conspiracy theories. So I haven't been on there a ton lately, but once all the drama and gossip comes up with the sports season, I love going on there. So hit us up. Yeah, Dale.
Did you see Twitter started its rebranding?
Oh yeah, what's it going to be called? X?
X. It's going to be called X now.
So boring.
I know.
I know. I'm going to just go Xing. So
Xing.
That's weird. You can also find me once in a while at 1375 South Columbia Road, Suite G, if you'd like to make a complaint to my broker. So there you go for all the important stuff. So let's get right to it. I have a guest today that probably needs no introduction, but I have Coach Bubba Schweigert here with the University of North Dakota football team. Hello.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Did you have to run out of practice? You've got like
Meetings.
Yes,
A lot
I'm sorry.
of meetings.
Meetings.
Yeah, workouts were this morning, and then
Workouts.
meetings. Football
Okay.
coaches, we really
You love to meet.
meet.
Yeah. Coaches
Yes.
love a good meeting. I've learned
Yes.
that. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
we do.
There's always something to meet about, regardless of the time of the day.
But I
So,
try to, like I told Danny Freund
Yeah.
today, I said, hey, no staff meeting today.
Yeah.
I said, I hate it when we have 20 guys in the room and one guy's talking.
Yeah.
That's not very productive.
No.
So no staff meeting, so there's a lot of work getting done today when I'm not there.
Yeah. Did you tell him, like, I'm sick of you guys, just let's take a break? It's, Do you ever get
Not
sick of
really.
each other?
We do.
You do. Okay.
We need to get away
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
But we love each other too.
That's good. Okay. It's a healthy relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Well,
healthy.
It
That
is
is.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm a one-woman show. So if I get sick of my coworkers, it's rough. It's rough times. So I go and hide. No introduction really needed, but for people that are just joining us we do have international viewers and those that are not familiar with the Grand Cities, maybe moving here. Give us your background. You are from North Dakota and all the
Yes,
good
I
stuff.
am.
Yeah.
I grew up in a small town, Zeeland, North Dakota.
Woo! Zealand.
You draw a line. Hey, big hand for Zeeland.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
If you draw a line from Aberdeen, South Dakota to Bismarck, North Dakota, we are 100 miles each way.
Oh, beautiful.
2 miles from the South Dakota border. And then after Zeeland, I went to Jamestown College, and it's now the University of Jamestown.
Go Jimmies. Mm-hmm.
Yes, had a wonderful experience there. And then I worked there for 4 years, coaching
Yeah.
and on the admissions staff. And then Roger Thomas and Rob Bollinger hired me to be a graduate coach here at University of North Dakota in 1989. I was here 15 years, gone for 10, and now I'm back. It'll be my 10th season as head coach.
That's awesome.
Wow.
See, we all wander, but we find our way home,
Yes.
right?
And I'm very happy to be home.
Yeah.
Very happy to be home.
Grand Forks is a great place to call home, and we get to help people find their place at UND or in the community. So it's kind of nice because people can call home. They can call you the local team. They can come and support. We don't have the big NFL team in North Dakota, so you can choose right and choose Flagship U. Right.
There you got it.
Yeah.
That's how we talk to our recruits all the time.
Yeah.
Flagship U, we say,
is it.
hey, we're the Vikings.
We are. Yeah.
You notice how he didn't say, "Hey, we're the Packers."
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do if they're from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
the ones that you say like we're the Broncos.
Yes.
That's my team. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get those Colorado boys in here.
Yes, and we saw a
Yeah.
former Bronco last week at our Legends weekend, Chris Cooper.
Chris Cooper.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yes. He played during my time here.
Yes.
Back in the day.
And now he's the offensive line coach for the Vikings, but
Crazy.
he had a great career at the Broncos, and
Sure
we're very
did.
proud of what he's doing. Still in football.
Alaska boy.
Yes.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anchorage.
I know. That's so crazy. I think there was some hockey and some football at the time. It was the Anchorage connection up there. So.
Well, Fred Sloan, who was a team captain in 1974 here for UND, volunteered at Chris's high school as a coach. He's an attorney up there in Anchorage, and that's how that all got started.
Isn't it crazy?
Pretty cool story.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I love this about North Dakota. I'm sure it happens in other programs, but I like to think it happens. But somebody knows somebody who is coming here, or is a friend, or is a past connection to UND, and I love hearing those where it's my uncle went to school here. I have no other connection, and that came true. I just worked with a family who their son's coming here for aviation, and the mom was trying to get a hold of one of our sports programs via Instagram and Twitter to say, pick up my niece because I want her to come up here and play softball. So it's just so cool because people get here, they feel the vibe, and they think, let's come up here, and we get great people sent our way because of that.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
Pretty cool
All
stories.
the time.
It's funny because I know a lot of retired Air Force people, and they get sent to Grand Forks, and they all assume it's the armpit of the world. And, they've been to all these exotic places around the world. Then they get sent to Grand Forks, and by golly, they retire, and they stay here.
It's great.
It's an awesome place.
Yep. They buy a house and season tickets to football.
There you go.
Yeah, we
Yes.
want to buy houses.
Yes,
We
buy
wanna
houses, and then our tickets. So, do you know, are there some tickets still available if people want to purchase season tickets? Because we want to fill the Alaris this year.
Yes, there are tickets
okay.
available, and we do want to pack the Alaris.
Yeah.
We talk about our home field advantage all the time, and it really helps when it's packed.
Yeah.
It just gives us that home field advantage. Our guys love playing in the Alaris Center, and we love coaching there, and they keep making improvements for us too, which is just awesome.
It's
And,
awesome.
our recruits that we had in this summer, when we take them in there and they hear that all these other events are going on in the Alaris Center, I think it's a really cool environment, and
Yeah.
we're going to need your help, folks. So get those season tickets and let's have a fun time.
Yes, and I highly recommend the season tickets. I would say very inexpensive for season tickets for the package. I also encourage you, if you get season tickets and you can't make it to every game, that you make sure that you do pass on your tickets. You've already paid for them, so stop trying to scalp them.
Yeah.
But just pass it on to somebody. Make sure your seat is filled. I know my seats are available because I got upgraded this year. I'm so excited. So excited.
That's awesome, Courtney.
Yes, I'm
we
by-
love people
I'm
that
by your wife.
upgrade, and
Oh gosh.
that's hard to sit by her during a game.
Well, I
She's
did.
very into it.
Yeah. Well, they called me and they said, do you want to move up? And we were in the front row in the very far corner, which was great because my son would scream at Bubba every time he comes onto the field. He's a big Bubba fan. And then he started wearing his headphones because it was too loud, because it was cool, because he saw Bubba wearing them. So I think now this year they called, they said, Courtney, you can upgrade where do you want to sit? And I said, well, my friend is sitting next to me. Let me see where she is. So I asked her who she made mad, because there's seats available by her. So that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. So
Well, she physically hits people during
Yeah,
games
that's
because
good.
she just really,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I like to text her during games.
I love fans like that.
It's great. Yeah. I like to text her little gifts and
Yeah, it's
just to
about the
see.
experience, right?
It
Go have
is.
some fun.
She's a little worried what my 4-year-old's going to learn, and I'm a little worried what she's going to learn from him. So vice versa. I think it's going to be great. I think it's
And
gonna be awesome.
like you said too, if you're not going to make it, just go on social media, give the tickets
Oh
away,
my
because there's a lot of
gosh.
people that might not have the opportunity to go watch. It's a great show. You go watch UND football at the Alaris. It's a
Yeah.
great show. A lot of people don't have that opportunity. You know what?
Yeah.
Like you said, they're already paid for. Give them away.
Give 'em
Maybe somebody
away.
will take his boy there.
Yep.
And it's just more people to get turned on to a great thing.
Absolutely. It's a great, and then if you want to go early, UND and the Alaris have done an amazing job of tailgating. I know you don't get to do that a lot. You guys walk through, which is exciting, but what an awesome experience. I know the Champions Club has a tent set up, and you can buy cold beverages, alcoholic, non-alcoholic. There's bounce houses. There's always a free food option from the community. So it's really a community event. Sometimes we've only made it to tailgate because of the age of my son, and then we go home and watch it. But what an awesome experience to come out and support. So please come out and do that. And you guys kick off September 2nd with Drake here. That's
Yes, we do.
Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend.
Here.
3:00 kickoff.
Okay.
And then we followed up with Potato Bowl the next weekend against Northern Arizona.
Potato
three,
Bowl. Yeah.
another 3 o'clock kickoff. So
So parade,
yeah,
tailgate,
yeah,
football.
whole day of activity.
Holy cow.
Yeah, a lot
Squeeze
of
it
fun.
all in. Yeah.
You know, the Hawk Walk.
Tell us about it.
We love the Hawk Walk. You know, Dale Lennon started that tradition back in 2001 when the Alair Center opened up, and we really look forward to it. And I just really appreciate all the fans that come out there to experience that. And we talk to our guys about, hey, you know, they love to have their headsets on too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're getting cranked up listening to the music, but
Yeah.
when we do the Hawk Walk, we take them off because we want to do fist bumps and little low fives, high fives, hug mom and dad,
Yeah.
girlfriends, whatever.
Yeah.
And just to let the crowd share in the moment with the team. And it's really been a neat tradition. We talk about it in recruiting. We talk about it that it needs to be special to our guys. So
Yeah.
really a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's that's early-ish. So if you want to do that, what time? How early do you need to get to?
2 hours before kickoff is
Okay.
when we usually do it. We coordinate it with the band. So when we get on the bus on campus, we'll really tell them, hey, we're heading over. So the marketing and promotions people will get the band and the cheerleaders all lined up. So you can kind of watch your keys. And then
Yeah.
we get a police escort, which is cool.
Yeah.
And we want them to turn the sirens on, let them know we're coming.
Yeah.
And really have a lot of fun with it.
The bird fluffs his feathers before he walks
Yeah,
down.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to get him going. You know, fire him up a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah. The kids are really getting used to him now. It took a while. Did take a while.
Yeah. I've seen kids frightened of
Yeah.
the hawk.
My son asked why he had a gray beak. He was like, "Mom, is that bird sick?" And I was like, "I'll ask." So, so we'll ask the bird expert.
Gotta love kids, don't you?
I know. I think it's great. So, one that I'm really excited about is we've got the Stinky Bison coming here on October 14th. That's a big one for all of us.
It sure is.
Yeah,
You
big
know,
for you.
It'll be
for
the
everyone.
second time that we play them here
Yeah.
since
Oh, jeez.
2003.
Yeah.
You know, they hadn't been here for 18 years when we played them a couple years ago, and it's also a Hall of Fame game.
Whew.
So Thursday night, the 2003 football team will be inducted into UND Hall of Fame, and also Dale Lennon,
Very cool.
who is very deserving to
Yeah.
go into the Hall of Fame. So that'll be a really fun evening, and we're looking forward to that night and having that team back, and really to have a huge game on our campus. You know, when I got the job here 10 years ago, my first spring driving across North Dakota, I had supporters of UND, supporters of, you know, I grew up in this state, so I know a lot of North Dakota State supporters. And they're asking me, why aren't we playing? I said, well, let's see what we can do. So I probably was convinced by one of our donors and alums, said, hey, let's just make a deal with them that we play it, because we hadn't played for so long. So we made a deal to go down there 2 times, and they don't return. I just wanted the people to experience it again.
Yep.
And it was awesome just to get it going again. And when we have this Legends Weekend where we have guys down in the Twin Cities from 7 different decades that played,
Super cool.
those guys experience that game, and that's what they talk about. That's one of their experiences. And then we had guys for how many years that never played in that
Yeah.
game. So we got it back, and we're in the right league now, and we're playing them year after year. So
And the win is coming.
Oh yeah.
we got to do that.
It's
Now,
coming, and
yes.
it's going to be huge.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. They've done it. Let's give them their due.
And if you don't mind, Bubba he already wished my daughter-in-law happy birthday today. It's her birthday, but she's a Bison alum, and she works for the Bison Alumni Association. So I just wanted to get that little jab in there.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
We just deal with her, don't we?
Yeah.
We just deal with her.
Yeah.
We try not to talk about certain things when she's up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't wait till we can rub it into her. So
It's really fun with
fine.
my son and her because he's a UND fan.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. We love a good inter-house rivalry. It's always nice. It's always fun. I do not like the split flags when people put those out, though. So just you got to pick one. Pick one, people.
Yeah.
I know which one's better. So
I'm with you. Pick
yeah,
one.
pick one.
Pick one,
Yep.
and let's go for it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Just pick the right one.
pick the right
Yeah.
one and let's
Yeah.
do this. So that's going to be a big one. And if you are not familiar with our community, Potato Bowl is a big, fun one just because there's a lot going on in the community. It really celebrates our agricultural, roots. And I always tell people you can go down to the parade, you can get a potato thrown at you, you can get all kinds of things going on. But NDSU coming to town that weekend is huge. And the Hall of Fame is going to be a big part, but you're going to see people out and about. And it is a huge thing. Oh, when is that?
I don't know, but it's always Potato Bowl week, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is a Potato Bowl week.
Yeah.
The French fry feed.
the French
Yeah,
fry
what is
feed.
that?
Thursday night.
Yeah.
I think it's the last game of the year.
should-
No.
You know what we need to do? We need to have like a bison burger feeds or something like the week of NDSU. We need to get someone on that.
Are those lab-grown burgers? Is that even real meat?
Bison burgers,
Yeah.
Like,
All right, Courtney.
the
Another thing on your plate. You
Another
can do it.
thing on my
Another
plate.
thing on your
Yeah,
plate.
September 6th is a French fry feed.
French fry feed. Okay, September 6th is the French fry feed. Okay, so we'll get in on that. But yeah, anything you can do to get out and support those games they're just so fun. All of the games are fun, but there's just something about it. I get a little anxiety. I don't know why. I'm just highly competitive. So get excited about that. People come to town and fire up. So no pressure. No pressure.
Well, we want you to have anxiety. That
Yeah.
means you care.
Yeah.
It's like when people say, I feel badly that we lost. That means you care. We want
Right.
people to care about our team, and we
Yes.
want to win every game. We know that.
Yes.
That's the goal
Yep.
going in. But sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't work out. But we have 6 home games this year. We haven't had
Awesome.
6 home games
awesome.
for a long time. So
Yep.
our administration did a great job of going out and finding people to come to Grand Forks and making that happen, along with a lot of people in the community.
Be fun. And you guys aren't normally here on Labor Day. That's usually you're
You know,
away,
a
right?
lot of times it's our FBS game.
Yeah.
So that one is the opener,
Yeah.
season opener. And
Okay.
this year it isn't because it's game number 3.
Yeah.
So we are at home
Good.
Labor Day weekend.
That'll be nice. So if you're not hitting up the lake, come out. A great opportunity for something to do. People say it gets quiet here, and it's definitely a fun one to experience.
Better yet, Courtney, just come in from the lake for the game and then head back
There
out.
you go.
Sure. You got Monday off anyway. Most people do,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
How about that?
Yeah. Okay. Do we have any this year? Last year was wild for you guys because there would be like a concert and then a game. And huge props to the staff of the Alara Center. Like, what an amazing crew to be able to turn that around. Is that happening this year? Or are you guys gonna ease in?
I'm not aware of any
Okay.
at this time,
Okay.
but who knows?
Who
There
knows?
could be an announcement coming
Right.
soon or whatever.
But that throws you guys. I mean, you're not able to do your walkthroughs. I'm guessing the day before, right?
We'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We love it when that building
Is full.
is full.
Yeah.
And
You pivot.
we
Yeah.
have a beautiful indoor practice facility
Yeah.
on campus, so we get our walkthroughs and our practices
of it.
done. It doesn't upset us one bit. And
Yeah.
what a job they do.
Oh.
Those concerts, they probably clear the building after midnight, and by 8 o'clock the next morning, everything's ready to go. And
Yeah.
that's why once they did the permanent turf
Yeah.
and with the covering, they can turn it around faster. When we used to have to drag out the magic carpet, they couldn't schedule those events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we bring more people to town, and it works out well.
Get it done.
Yeah.
It was I think it was Eric Church and then NDSU back to back one time, and
Yeah.
I was like, these guys are insane, but huge props to them for all of that. So, okay, so I want to play a little of Would You Rather.
Okay.
Okay, so so I know you're a big beef guy. Okay?
Yes.
Would you rather eat plant-based meat? I don't know if you can even call it meat. Okay, for 1 year, or Bubba have to wear NDSU stuff for a week.
Oh, plant-based.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
all right. That's
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
that's worth an applause.
We
Okay.
can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't. No yellow.
Wow. Okay. That'd be an interesting
I
one.
love it.
I think your wife would be behind that. She'd be like, oh, let's try this out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather put on the skates and practice with Coach Barry and his team as one of the players? Okay. Or have to give up coffee for a year?
I'd try to skate.
Would you?
It'd be a sad state of affairs, but I'd try to do it.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. Okay. Would you rather be an official in the SEC championship game or this is going to be a tough one. Sell real estate for a year.
I want to get close to Nick Saban, so most likely he's going to be in the championship game, so I'll be on the field with him.
What if he doesn't like you, though?
Great answer.
He won't like me.
Okay.
He won't like me, but he'll talk to
Everyone
me.
will hate you. Okay.
He'll talk to me.
Yeah.
Would it bother you if he didn't like you?
I don't know. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I just know of him. I know
It'd be nice if he did like me,
Yeah.
I guess, but yeah.
I listen to him a lot because he does a lot of good things.
He
All
does.
right, he does.
So he is one of my favorite coaches. I don't care for Alabama I don't cheer for them, but he is and has always been one of my favorite coaches because I just love some of the things he says and his attitude about players. So is that who is your coaching idol?
Well, I do like listening to Nick Saban, but gosh, through the years there's been a lot. I like Barry Alvarez when he was at Wisconsin because he stayed true to what he wanted to do. So there's been a number, but if I had to go back, I just really like Bo Schembechler
Oh, wow.
at Michigan.
Okay.
I was a huge Bo fan
Yeah.
for years and years.
What about Lou Holtz?
I really liked Lou Holtz and actually got to have lunch with him one time, and it was
Wow.
awesome. So John Gutekunst was Lou Holtz's D coordinator at Minnesota, and he was getting an award one year, and his wife was from Rugby, North Dakota.
No way.
So Laura and I bumped into them, and he said, "Hey, why don't you come and sit with us at the luncheon where I'm getting this award?" And Lou Holtz was the featured speaker and came and had lunch with us.
No way.
Was awesome sitting and listening to the guy, and then his delivery during that lunch, his speaking ability was quite
He's awesome.
Yeah, see, me being a Minnesotan, I loved him until
Yeah.
he left.
Till he left.
But what do? It's
Yeah.
one thing in your contract, one clause. If I ever get a chance to go to Notre Dame, I got to go, and you can't blame him. But then I didn't like him anymore. But I still do.
It's on my bucket list. I'm ready for UND to take on Notre Dame because that would be a great road game.
Oh, that'd be
What do
cool.
you think?
It'd be an awesome place to go play. But if you notice, Notre Dame is one team that doesn't play FCS opponents.
Why?
I think they have enough FBS teams that they can get in
Pull from?
there, and it's just one of their deals.
Yeah.
You know, they just haven't done it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they plan on doing it for a long time.
They're
And
so prima dani.
Yeah. What if we could pull our Catholic roots and try something too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. But,
Okay.
I've only been on their campus once.
Yeah.
We were recruiting a young man from South Bend about 6 years ago, and I was with our D-line coach at the time. His family actually had season tickets to Notre Dame, and I go, "Hey, we got to go by this stadium," because when you get to South Bend, you're going like, Notre Dame's here?
Yeah.
Because there's not much there.
No.
And then you get on campus and you just feel all the tradition and a lot of cool stuff. Touchdown Jesus. And
So
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. We have a rivalry in our house. My dad and I love it. My brother does not. He has fallen away from his Catholicism apparently. So
yeah.
but I was like, hey, you grew up going to church and you could cheer for Notre Dame. So I don't know. Sometimes you gotta love it. Making Alistair a Notre Dame fan in my house. So
Well, one of my older brothers was a huge Notre Dame fan, and he's still teaching and coaching. And once he's done, I said, "You got to get out there for a game. You just got to do it
yes.
and find a way."
Yep, absolutely. Get out there. And maybe that Michigan game. I don't know,
There
Sell
you go.
a kidney. Get out there. Okay. One thing, too, that I've been told is you run a tight ship in terms of music, language, things like that with the guys. I know there was a rule back in the day, I think, of short hair, clean cut, things like that. What are maybe some of the things that you say, hey, here's something that with my program we follow?
Yeah, I'm over the hair thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm more about behavior. I think
Yes.
as I moved on in coaching, I was more about behaviors rather than appearance. Although there's some things like when we wear a uniform, let's match. That's why they call it a uniform.
Yes.
And those things. But the language and the music, really particular about that. I just don't think there's a need to use foul language on the practice field or in games. And what you practice, you usually see in games. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen in our environment, but we really limit it because there's consequences, or we address it when things like that go on. And then the music, you know, we have a real challenge nowadays, us so-called adults, about what young people listen to. I just don't think it's great. You know, I read about 6-7 years ago, one of these guys that I read a little bit about says, you really are who you hang around with, what you read, and how you speak. He really said that makes you who you are. So that kind of hit home, and some of this music and the lyrics are just, they aren't acceptable. So, you know, our rule with music, okay, if you have your headset on, you can play whatever you want. That's your deal. But at practice and in the locker room after games, and once in a while I have to go out and address it. I go, you remember our rule? But I'll tell you, our leadership really takes care of a lot of that stuff. Our guys have done a good job because they know how we want it. I just think it's a more clean, better environment for us. You know, our practices are open, so we have families there, we have visitors there. Who wants to come and listen to coaches swearing and not being real positive with their team? I become a big believer in positive reinforcement over the negative. Now you have to address mistakes and correct, but the positive environment really works better.
Absolutely. I was just telling someone the other day about that. I said they were talking about swearing and, you know, just how maybe it's like second nature anymore with some fields and industries and different things. And I said, hey, I have heard that football has, you know, kind of that rule of this is not acceptable in our environment, which is really cool to hear. And then my good friend, former intern Ted Mullen, had shared the music piece about how selective the group is. And I said, I think that's really cool because you don't really think about what we're listening to sometimes, and it surrounds you. So I guess my who I'm surrounded by is dinosaurs. And we're really big into Fall Out Boy in my house. So I guess there we go.
Yeah, you know, and these kids look up to these players. I mean, they idolize some of these players. These players are rock stars to some of these kids, and they emulate what they see and what they hear and what they do.
Yep.
In my opinion, if you are a Division I college athlete, it should be a privilege and an honor for you to represent that school and your sport and the team and everybody around, so these kids look up to you and they can say at the end of the day, I want to be just like that guy.
Yep. And you can tell that in our community. The kids love the student athletes, and also remember they're students. You know, they're kids, and mistakes happen, and a swear word comes out or whatever. But these there's many respectable players on, especially football, that these kids can look up to.
Yeah, some of the things that are really give me a lot of pleasure and a lot of pride are the messages we get from parents. Our guys are involved with a lot of youth activities in the community, and when they go out and represent us in a really positive manner, it's just awesome to see that, because they're making a difference in kids' lives, and not always such young kids' lives, other kids, high school age, junior high, middle school. You know, it's just those messages are awesome.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of them because our guys do a good job. And I say it all the time. We got the right dudes in our program right now. They're going to make mistakes. They're 18 to 23. You know, I talk about recruiting a lot. You know, I'll say, hey, we can live with a mistake, but we don't live with repeated ones. And then the ladies, I say, you know, we'll live with it. Remember back in college? And they remember. And then I go, you married some of those guys. Remember that?
Yes.
Because,
see,
hey, you don't make all the right choices at times at that age, but we're here to mentor them and get them on the right track.
Yep, and get them going. Well, I am so excited for football season to start. I've got all of my stuff set out. I got new rugs and welcome mats, things like that. But I set it in my garage because I said it's still too hot for that. I'm waiting for like mid-August for us to kick that off because we've got a lot of fall to come. But this Thursday is the Champions Club Golf Tournament out at Kingswalk, so that's going to be exciting. We'll bring donors and alums together. Coaches,
Yes, coaches.
ready?
Yeah, those are high anxiety days for me because
they?
I don't hit it
It's
well.
okay.
Like I'm terrible at golf, but I have a lot of fun being
Yeah.
out there with all the people, and
Yeah.
a scramble makes it fun because you get to hit the ball from where it
Wherever
should
you
be on the course. And
I heard
yeah.
Mike Chelsis is on your team. He told me, and so he was just on my team last week. So just rely on him.
right.
Yeah,
Good.
he loves it when you chit chat a lot. So just make sure you chit chat a lot.
We chit chat.
He loves
we
a good
chit-chat.
chit chat. So
All
and I'll
right.
be at the hole 4 waiting for you to have a hole in one.
That'd be awesome.
I think it'd be great. Although I probably won't tell Laura because she'd probably be coming out for the big check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep
Yeah.
that between
Okay.
us.
All right.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Okay, so everybody, make sure you hit up, I think it's UNDsports.com. You got it right there. Thank you. FightingHawks.com. I can't keep up. Tickets. Get your tickets. I'm sure there's single game tickets, but highly encourage you to pick up those season tickets. Fill the seats. September 2nd's first game. And make sure to follow them on social media so you can get all hyped up and get ready for the season. So any parting words of wisdom for us this morning, Coach?
Just have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun at the games. Root for our team. It really helps, and we look forward to seeing you out at the Alaris Center.
Awesome. Cannot wait. Everyone get fired up and go get your green, all the stuff. And we're excited for everyone to put a fork in this season. So have a great week.